Afternoon, my name is Sergeant Fisher. Today I'll be giving an informative speech of investing. Even if you do not have any investments, one day you will want to be doing something with your nest egg. There are two types of money. Money that pays the rent and money that grows. That was a famous quote by a favorite author of mine, Robert A. Heinlein, in the 1970s. There are many types of investments. Money that makes money is essentially investments. There are many types of investments, but today we'll be talking about IRAs, stocks, mutual funds, and certificate of deposits, also known as CDs. When calculating the percentage gains of your profit, always bear in mind there's going to be roughly 2% inflation and up to 25% taxes, according to Ken Little on About.com. Taxes often reduce your profit margin. IRAs are a tax shelter. There are two types of IRAs. There's usually a tax-deferred IRA, and that's when the person contributes into their IRA prior to being taxed. These oftentimes will end up paying more taxes because you're paying taxes on the money that was earned later when you go and actually withdraw. There's also a Roth IRA. Now this, you are taxed on your income prior to putting it in a Roth IRA. You usually do not end up paying taxes on the money gained when you actually withdraw. No matter what type of IRA or account you put your money in, you need to do something with your money. Stocks are a most common way of earning money in your accounts. They're nothing more than just owning a portion of that company. Most earn by buying and selling stocks. You need to add into your prediction of the amount of money you're going to earn, the amount of money it's going to take you to earn that. It costs, on average, $10 to buy into a stock and $10 to buy out. Sometimes, if you're buying a large amount of stocks, like several thousand stocks, you'll have an overage charge. Dividends is when a company goes and pays the stockholders a portion of the profit for that year. Most online trading companies will give you the option to automatically reinvest that money into buying more of the same stock without charge. I have a stock currently that is down due to this recession, and the company is still sending out dividends. Recently, the dividend they sent out was equal to 1/4 the cost of the stock. On that day, I went from 4,000 stocks to 5,000 stocks. Online trading companies usually offer competitive rates, so it doesn't really matter which one you go with. Expect to pay about $10 per trade, and most of them will automatically set up your IRAs for you. Be sure to add into your business expense on your taxes at the end of the year the money you spent to make that. But the secret to stocks is to diversify. Mutual funds is a way to help us diversify into a larger amount of stocks. A manager compiles many people's accounts and uses that to buy a greater diversity of different types of stocks. One thing you need to be careful on is how that manager gets paid. Usually he gets paid a percentage of the profits, but sometimes he also gets paid by the year, so you'll be paying an annual fee for it, whether or not you earn any profit. Research the history of that manager and how well he's done in comparison to other managers in the same industry. There will be different levels of risk in each industry. Know the industry you want to invest in. Know what the trends are in that industry, and just research the companies that manager is going to be using, because after all, that is your money he's investing. Also, you need to choose a level of risk. That usually comes in low, medium, and high. Almost all investments have risk. Certificate of deposits, however, do not. They are a risk-free version of investing. What you do is you sign a contract with a bank that says that you will give them your money for a set amount of time. In return, they will pay you a certain amount of interest. A simple search online will find you companies like Bankrate.com that will go and find, it will compile all the CDs nationwide, and you can find the best rate that way. I found that the best rates you'll get are at 6 months non-jumbo rate CDs. Best way to use certificate deposits is to invest a little bit each month. Say $500 every month, you invest for six months. At the end of that 6 months, you take that $500 initially, along with the interest you earn, and that month's $500, and you reinvest that into another 6 months. It's a very easy way of investing and completely risk-free. Do be sure to keep track of all the banks you'll be using, because you'll be using banks throughout the country at a roughly 5-month interval. Contact that bank and make sure that they are going to close that CD at the end of that term and give you back the money. Some banks will automatically reinvest that into another 6-month CD at a fraction of a percent. Because it's no risk, it will be the lowest yield. There are many types of investments. Each has its strengths and weaknesses. Understand what you're doing with your money and why. Once you understand how money works, it will not be just money to pay the rent. Soon your monthly paycheck will not be how much is left after you pay your bills, but how much you can invest. If you're persistent, your investments will pay you eventually pay you more than your actual paycheck is now.